Hey, thank you for watching. This week I want to talk about common clutter concerns. I think we all have clutter somewhere in our lives, certain areas that just seem to get cluttered up no matter how many times we try to clean it. But a lot of times people have just these excuses, you could say, concerns about how to get it going. How do I even start cleaning up the clutter in my life? Well, this whole month I've been talking about getting organized, purging, perfecting, preparing things in your environment. Why? So you can be ready for the new things God has for you. And just realizing that there's a direct link between organization and success. And when you start taking care of what you've got, it seems to prepare you for better things, for nicer things. So some of you are taking on the 20-minute challenge that I talked about last week, 20 minutes to clean up your room, start with one area, set the alarm for 20 minutes. So I wanted to share this that I received from a person named Terri. Hope I'm saying that right. Now, she wrote me a while back and said, as a result of watching the podcast on clearing out the clutter, I have really decluttered my entire house. She said, I have done this all myself. I have also repurposed items once considered useless. Hey, she's making use of the old considered junk. She said, I didn't just declutter though, I have also redecorated the entire house. I've made it more appealing, inviting, and inspiring for my next dreams and goals, which are getting married, preparing for a family, losing weight, which she says I now have a home gym that is inspiring, writing a book, starting a business. I mean, she is serious about her dreams and goals now. But she said, I'm almost finished with the decluttering process and it's taking me just over 2 months. She said, I am amazed at the short amount of time it has taken, and yet I had procrastinated doing it because I thought it would take me so much longer. That's the point. She said, your key of taking 20 minutes a day to try and accomplish some projects, creating a vision board, setting a deadline for doing it, and time mapping were the missing keys I needed to finish in such a short time. She said, I have saved time and money. I've created a peaceful and enjoyable home. She said, I have more energy. I feel great. I feel accomplished for having decluttered my entire home. I feel ready to begin and, mostly important, finish the next goals of my life. So, I am celebrating with you, Terri, and all of you who are taking on this challenge to get things in order. Get your environment, get your space around you organized and in order so God can trust you with bigger, better things. But a lot of times, like I said, we have excuses or just concerns. We don't really know how to get started. So let me just address some of those. Number one is a lot of times people say, I don't have time to organize. And I completely understand that. Just having that feeling of there's not enough hours in the day. In fact, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago, every time I would open my makeup drawer, I would see just tons of old makeup in there. It was so disgusting. It was all cluttered up, old mascara tubes, old eyeshadow I don't use, foundation that just had a little bit left in it. But it was just so cluttered and gross. And I kept thinking, when I have a day at home, I am going to organize this drawer. Well, how often do I just have a day at home to work on organizing a bathroom drawer? Very rare. So I set a goal and I said, I'm going to set the alarm on my phone for 20 minutes and see how much I can get cleaned in this one drawer in 20 minutes. Do you know it only took me about 12 minutes to clean up the entire drawer? I mean, it is amazing. You will amaze yourself when you realize how much can be accomplished. Now, some of your projects may take longer than 20 minutes, but you're going to astound yourself when you see this project you've been procrastinating on really isn't going to take that long. Number two is so many people say, I don't know where to start. I have so many areas of my home that are disorganized, cluttered, junky. I don't even know where to start. Well, focus on one room at a time. And here's what I recommend. Focus on the room that you spend the most time in. Don't even look at the other rooms. Don't even think about them. Don't let them take up mental space in your mind. Focus on the room where you and the family spend the most time. If that's the kitchen, start there. And don't get distracted. If you're going to start on the kitchen and you see tennis shoes in the floor and you take them up to your kid's closet and then you look at all the laundry in the closet, so you pile it in your hands, take it down the laundry room, start the laundry, you're distracted. Stay focused on the kitchen. Just throw those tennis shoes in the kids' bedroom, go back to the kitchen and stay focused on the kitchen. Number three is I don't know how to start. I don't even know how to start because it's overwhelming. Well, that's why I recommend start with the visible clutter. If you're going to start with the kitchen, don't start with opening up the refrigerator and cleaning out all the old food. Don't open up the pantry or open up the drawers and start cleaning and organizing. No, start with the visible clutter. Start with the dishes piled in the sink. Start with all that stuff that's accumulated on the countertops, the newspapers, the magazines, the car keys, the kids' homework. Start with the visible clutter, because when you see your progress, it actually motivates you to finish the job. Number 4 is I don't know where to put things. Now, this is one of the biggest challenges in organization, because you have to designate a spot for everything. So that's something you have to make a decision on, where it's, the car keys, they hang on this little hook in the laundry room. Or, if it's your wallet, your cell phone, the extension cords, the tape, the scissors, the glue, the batteries, you have to designate a place for everything. One of them is like magazines that come in the mail. If you don't have a designated spot, they usually pile on a countertop somewhere, just taking up space day after day. Get a basket, put it in the den somewhere, and say that's where all the magazines go. Designate a spot for something, for everything. Number 5 is I don't want to let go of stuff. Now, some people can be overly sentimental about things, and it can lead to hoarding. And if that's the case, sometimes you need a little extra professional help in getting things decluttered. But you have to decide which items are important to you. And I recently went through this when the Lord put on my heart this year to purge, to perfect, and to prepare my environment for the new things He had for me. Sometimes the way you can look at this is in 3 categories. You can give it, you can sell it, or you can trash it. Think of it like that. Give it, sell it, trash it. But you have to decide, how much do I really want this? And if God were to move me to another state, another country, would I want to take this with me? Think about that. Or is there someone you could bless with that stuff that's just been sitting in your closet for years, you're not using it, it's not doing anybody any good? Then give it away. So I want to challenge you with that. And then let me just close out with this real quick. These are some of the benefits to getting organized. Number 1, you'll save money. Instead of buying things like batteries and tape and glue, things you've already got, you just can't find them, you're going to save money when you get things in order. Number 2, you're going to save time. When your shoes always go in the closet, which I know it's a crazy concept, you won't be running all over the house wasting 20 minutes trying to find your shoes because they go in the closet. Number 3, you'll be less stressed. Disorder causes a lack of peace. You're going to feel so at peace in your home when everything's in order. Number 4, you'll have more time and energy to go after your bigger dreams and goals. When you don't have that nagging feeling of, I gotta get the kitchen clean. No, it's cleaned. Now you can go work on the book you've been wanting to write or the artwork you've been wanting to design. Number 5, you'll have more confidence. Like I said on a previous podcast, every time you have to apologize to someone when they show up at your house or jump in your car, it decreases your confidence. It causes it to get lower. So you're going to have confidence when someone comes to your house and everything's in order. So again, I believe that this will prepare you for promotion. I want to thank you so much for watching, and if you're enjoying these podcasts, subscribe to this channel, tell your friends to watch. Let's get on this journey of getting organized together. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.